Ever wondered how Siri or Alexa seem to understand your commands? Or how Google translates sentences in a snap? It's all thanks to a fascinating field called natural language processing, or NLP for short. This technology is the secret sauce that allows machines to comprehend and interact with human language. In this video, we'll unpack the mysteries of NLP, delving into its core concepts, techniques, and real-world applications. Ready to dive in? Buckle up as we explore the world of natural language processing. The first step into the realm of NLP involves understanding its core concepts. To kick things off, let's chat about tokenization. Imagine you're trying to make sense of a lengthy sentence. How would you break it down? Probably into individual words, right? That's essentially what tokenization does. It's the process of breaking down text into smaller parts or tokens. These tokens are commonly words, but can also be phrases or sentences. Tokenization is crucial for machines to understand text, as it allows them to analyze language piece by piece. Next up, we have part-of-speech tagging. This is where NLP gets a bit grammatical. Part-of-speech tagging involves identifying and tagging the grammatical role of each word in a sentence. Is it a noun, a verb, an adjective? Knowing this helps machines understand the syntactic structure of sentences, allowing them to better comprehend the meaning of words in context. Lastly, let's discuss named entity recognition, often referred to as NER. Picture reading a newspaper article and highlighting all the names, places, organizations, and so on. That's what NER does, but in a much more sophisticated way. It identifies and classifies entities in a text into predefined categories. So if a machine is reading about New York, it knows it's a location, not just a random combination of words. These core concepts, tokenization, part-of-speech tagging, and named entity recognition, are the fundamental building blocks of NLP. They enable machines to break down, understand, and analyze human language, turning unstructured data into structured, meaningful information. But of course, this is just the beginning. NLP is a vast and complex field, with many layers and techniques that go beyond these foundational concepts. It leverages sophisticated models and algorithms to understand not just the grammar and structure of language, but also its nuances, its context, and its underlying sentiment. With these building blocks, we're ready to delve into the advanced techniques used in NLP. In the toolbox of an NLP practitioner, you'll find some powerful techniques and models. Let's delve a bit deeper into this intriguing world. First up, we have word embeddings. Picture a vast, multi-dimensional space. Now, imagine each word we use is a point in that space, grouped with similar words. That's the essence of word embeddings. They transform words into vectors, numbers that computers can understand. These vectors capture the essence of a word, its context, and its relationships with other words. So love and affection might be neighbors in this space, reflecting their semantic similarity. Moving on, we come across transformer models. Remember the names BERT and GPT, as these are the rock stars of NLP. They revolutionized the way machines understand language. These models look at words not in isolation, but in context, understanding the nuances of language, like how the meaning of the word bank changes depending on whether we're talking about a river or money. It's a bit like having a conversation with a very knowledgeable friend who understands everything you're saying in the way you mean it. Lastly, we have pre-trained language models. Imagine starting a new job, but instead of starting from scratch, you're handed the insights and experience of all your predecessors. That's what pre-trained language models do. They've been trained on vast amounts of text, learning the intricacies of language before we even use them. This means they can be applied to a variety of NLP tasks, from translation to sentiment analysis, with great success. So to sum it up, we have word embeddings creating a numerical playground for words, transformer models bringing context and nuance to the party, and pre-trained language models providing a head start in any language task. Armed with these techniques, let's look at some practical applications of NLP. NLP isn't just a fascinating field of study, it has practical implications that touch our daily lives. First off, let's talk about sentiment analysis. It's like a virtual mood ring for text. Imagine being able to gauge public opinion about the latest iPhone model or a trending Netflix series just by analyzing social media posts. Businesses use sentiment analysis to understand customer feedback. making it a valuable tool for improving products and services. It's not just about identifying positive or negative sentiments, but also understanding the intensity of these feelings. Next up, we have text summarization. Ever wished you had a magic wand that could condense lengthy documents into a few concise sentences? Well, NLP has got you covered. Text summarization helps in extracting the most important points from a piece of text, saving us from the trouble of reading through mountains of data. News aggregators use this feature to provide brief summaries of articles, and researchers use it to summarize scientific papers. Lastly, let's talk about question answering systems. You've probably interacted with one today without even realizing it. These systems are at the heart of virtual assistants like Alexa and Siri. They comprehend your queries, find relevant information, and respond in a way that feels almost human. But it's not just about setting reminders or asking for weather updates. These systems are also used in customer service to handle common inquiries, and in healthcare to provide information about symptoms or medications. So, whether it's understanding how people feel about a brand, condensing large chunks of information, or answering questions in a natural, conversational manner, NLP is there, working behind the scenes, making our lives a tad bit easier. Impressive, isn't it? Now let's roll up our sleeves and get our hands dirty with a simple NLP project. Ready to put theory into practice? Let's dive into a simple NLP project. We're going to explore the world of sentiment analysis. This is a key application of NLP that allows us to determine the underlying sentiment of a piece of text, be it positive, negative, or neutral. Let's consider an example. Imagine you run a restaurant and you've received hundreds of reviews online. To manually read and understand each review would be a Herculean task. But with NLP, we can automate this process and instantly understand the overall sentiment of your customers. We'll be using a popular Python library called NLTK, short for Natural Language Toolkit. To start, we'll need to import the necessary libraries and load our data. Once loaded, we need to clean this data. This means removing any irrelevant information, like punctuation and special characters. We'll also convert all text to lowercase for uniformity. Next, we'll break down the text into individual words, a process known as tokenization. After tokenizing, we'll remove common words like and, the, is, etc., which don't contribute much to the sentiment. These are known as stop words. Once we have our clean tokens, we'll analyze the sentiment of each review. NLTK has a built-in sentiment analysis function that assigns a sentiment score to each piece of text. Positive scores indicate positive sentiment, while negative scores indicate the opposite. Now we have an automated way to gauge the sentiment of each review. We can aggregate these results to get a general sentiment score for all the reviews. This can provide valuable insights into customer satisfaction. This is a basic example of what you can do with NLP. The possibilities are truly endless. You could delve deeper into the data, identify common themes in the reviews, or even set up alerts for particularly negative reviews. Remember, the best way to learn is by doing. So, I encourage you to experiment with your own NLP projects. Try different techniques, play with different datasets, and see what insights you can uncover. With a bit of practice, you can harness the power of NLP to extract insights from text data. The journey of NLP is far from over. In fact, it's just beginning. As we venture further into the 21st century, we can expect this vibrant field to evolve at an even more rapid pace. In the near future, we anticipate a surge in the development of more sophisticated language models that can understand and generate human-like text with unprecedented accuracy. The goal? To bridge the gap between artificial and natural communication, making interactions with machines as seamless as chatting with a friend. But the impact of NLP isn't confined to tech alone. It's set to revolutionize a myriad of industries. In healthcare, NLP could assist doctors in diagnosing diseases by analyzing patient reports and medical records. In finance, it could help firms make informed decisions by breaking down complex financial documents and market sentiment. And in customer service, it could enhance user experience by powering more intuitive and responsive chatbots. Moreover, the advent of multilingual NLP models could break down language barriers, fostering global collaboration and understanding. From machine translation to cross-cultural communication, the possibilities are limitless. So whether you're a linguist, a tech enthusiast, or simply a curious soul, there's something in NLP for everyone. It's a field that's ripe with opportunities to innovate, to learn, and most importantly, to make a difference. The future is bright for NLP, and you could be a part of it.